Hello manga and anime lovers, I'm Branch, and today I'm going to be talking about Days with My Stepsister, episode 8. Hoo boy, this episode was a roller coaster of a ride, I have to say. Saki's emotions were all over the place, and I feel like we ended at a pretty good spot, especially with Yuta's and Saki's relationship. So the episode opens on a flashback to Saki and her mother when Saki was a child, and I think it's because Saki is slowly beginning to revert to the way she used to be. Very willful and a bit selfish and really wants what she wants. And actually that's kind of how she's been so far. She's extremely stubborn and she wants to be independent and she's going full force into that. She's just neglecting everything along the way. And Yuuta helps her realize this episode that she doesn't have to do that. This entire episode is basically just Yuuta trying to get Saki to take a darn break from studying before she runs herself dry. And this is all put into motion by him talking with his stepmom at the beginning of the episode, which I really liked because we haven't gotten a lot of her yet, and now we do know her a little bit more. I appreciate it. But anyways, the entire episode is Yuuta trying to get Saki to go to the pool with her friend and him. And he tries this in a whole bunch of ways, trying to bring it up and then trying to say that he'll go alone. And everything he tries just makes Saki more and more sulky. You can tell she doesn't understand it herself because she's trying to avoid it and she's just sitting in her room and staring at the ceiling or sitting on the chair, and she's not even really studying. She's just trying to figure out her own emotions, and eventually she does, but it takes Yuuta to change directions for it to happen. I think the breaking point is when he asks her for her friend's contact information, and she really, really harshly shuts him down. Not really with her words, but with her tone of voice. But then after he keeps insisting, when she doesn't notify her friend that he needs some way to reach her, Saki eventually just gives him her contact information, which was completely against the reason why she wouldn't want to give the contact information in the first place. So you can already see that she didn't really care about her friend's privacy. She just didn't want to give Yuuta the contact information of another girl. And I have a feeling these high-strung emotions are mostly brought up by the stress she has put on herself to do well in school. Because as soon as Yuuta gets her to relax, she mellows out. And man, what a way to relax. Having toast with butter and thick slices of ham for breakfast in the morning with some tea. Oh, that sounds so delicious. Yuuta is the man for making that. I really liked how he basically put his foot down and stopped all her shenanigans. He's like, no, you are not making breakfast. You are inconveniencing me by destroying yourself like this. So I will not accept any answer other than for you to sit down in this chair and let me feed you. And I think that's really what she needed to hear. She needed someone to just straight up say to her face, no, instead of being afraid of her reaction like Yuta's been previously. And you can really see the absolute exhaustion on her face while she's eating, because I've been there when you're so tired that you're just staring into space and you see something, you just stare at it. The way she just looks at the food and then moves like a zombie, and yet you can see that she's trying to think in her head and she's not exactly making it, but at the end she just smiles because the food's so good. I know that feeling 100%. And then after she calms down, like immediately after eating, she decides to go to the pool with Yuuta, because now some of that stress is gone and she can think with a clear head just through her tiredness and make a decision that benefits everyone. I think the other big reason why she changed her mind is that Yuuta was finally straightforward with her. He's been trying to trick her into going to the pool and whatnot, but finally, he stands his ground and says what he's thinking and gives his reasons point blank, and then doesn't even ask her for her opinion. He just takes care of her, and then she gives her opinion because she has something to think on, and so she's able to put her feelings into words. And at the end of the episode, she's really beginning to confront her feelings when she asks Yuuta if he and Shiori are going out. And obviously he says no, but Saki's being a lot more straightforward now. Hopefully, now that communication has been re-engaged, we'll be able to get more development between these two. The one final thing I want to say about this episode is the absolutely humorous part at the end when Yuuta brought his bicycle out of habit. I almost laughed so hard at that because I have done similar things where I just bring something out of habit that I absolutely do not need and will get in my way, and then I'm stuck with it because I'm already halfway to my destination. It's happened so many times, and even in the episode, I didn't even realize, wait a minute, why is he bringing his bike? Because I'm so used to seeing him with it. Just fantastic. Absolutely amazing. This episode as a whole was really good for character development, even though it made me a little annoyed at Saki at times. That's just the price you pay for developing emotions. So I'm really interested to see what will happen next time, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye.